education is more accessible, right?
Yes.
Ano man?
Technology.
Yes. Education is more accessible than ever before because the use of technology. So we think with the advancement of technology. Digital and conventional learning materials are two distinct approaches to education. While conventional learning materials have been used for centuries, digital learning materials have emerged as an alternative to conventional learning materials such as textbooks and workbooks. So these digital learning materials can be accessed through computers, tablets, or even smartphones, and it offers a variety of interactive tools and multimedia features that surely supports and enhance learning. So this morning, we are going to talk about digital and conventional learning materials. Good morning, everyone. I am Lawrence A. Manalva.
And I am Alana Abelio.
Hello everyone. I'm so sorry for my voice. So please bear with me. So again, good morning everyone. My name is Miss Rolling Jane.
Mrs.
I am Mr. Stephen Santoko.
Yeah.
And I am Chris Nelias.
I am Girlie and Antona.
And we are the last reporters this morning. So this morning, we are going to talk about digital and conventional learning materials. So our target outcomes this morning is for us to know what are instructional or learning materials, what are the importance of instructional materials in teaching and learning environments, and more importantly, is for us to know what are the elements in IELTS preparation. So knowing these elements are very crucial, especially we are future teachers, no? Kay dapat kabalo taon sa nato pag-construct ang usa ka instructional materials so that we can help kanang ourselves as teachers to make efficient and effective teaching and learning process. Next is for us to name what are the digital and conventional learning resources. In digital learning resources, we're going to talk about why is cybersecurity important, and we're going to articulate what are the digital safety rules to ensure the safety of our learners. In conventional learning resources, we're going to talk about the two learning materials, which are the visual and printed materials. Now, let's give the floor to Ms. Alina Abelio.
Hey, good morning everyone. So what are the instructional or learning materials? Can you please read it with my reading?
Instructional or learning materials refers to any resources that are used to facilitate the teaching and learning process. This can include textbooks, multimedia presentations, and other materials that provide information and guidance to learners. The purpose of instructional materials is to help learners acquire knowledge and skills in a structured and organized way, and to support teachers in delivering effective instruction.
So thank you so much. So if we say all about instructional or learning materials, it refers to those any resources in which the teacher used in imparting some topics or content towards his or her students. So the purpose of this instructional or learning materials is that to help the learners to acquire the knowledge or skills, and it can also help the teachers to have an effective instruction in his or her learning or teaching process. Next. So Jim, can I have your perception about how anong importante kaayo ang instructional or learning materials sa teaching and learning process?
Importante ang mga instructional materials ay mas prefer ang estudyante kung nakapagkita kasi sa mga tabi na tumangan.
So here are the importance of instructional materials. So first, they significantly increase students' achievement. So, well-designed instructional materials can help you as a future teacher to present your content or concept in a clear or understandable manner. And then it will also help the students to understand those complex concepts. And if your instructional materials presents in a more relevant, more interesting, and more integrating, it will help the students to motivate to learn. And it will lead to a improvement of their retention of information, and it will achieve or improve their academic performance. So next, please read it, Ophelia.
It allows the students to explore the knowledge independently and aids in providing repetition.
Okay, so the second importance of instructional materials, it allows the students to explore the knowledge independently and aids in providing repetition. So the instructional materials, that is especially those designed for self-directed learning, it will help the students to encourage to explore the topics independently. And it will, and as the students encourage or you might say encounter those content multiple times, kanang dili jud ta makaingon nga wala sila'y nakatunan, di ba? Kaya balik-balik naman ang concept or ang topic nga ilahang na natudlok sa isa ka teacher. And then it can also gain a confidence and competence for the students for them to be able to apply theoretical concepts and reinforce what they're learning that can lead into a better retention. Next, number 3, can you please read it, Angelica?
Improves the students' knowledge, abilities, and skills to monitor their assimilation of information and contribute to the overall development and upbringing.
Okay na.
Instructional materials daw ay nakapa-improve sa kaalam sa estudyante sa mga abilidad o sa mga skills.
Thank you so much. So, in the third importance of instructional materials, as a teacher, we must include those real-life examples, for example, like such a case study, or we might say it's hands-on activities. Kay, kuan man sad ka ng, if muhatag ta nila o katong mga hands-on activities while we are preparing for our kanang mo import ganita sa atong mga students so important sa instructional materials, they can also have an opportunity to apply theoretical concepts that can develop in a practical skills. And then next, clarifies important concepts to arouse and sustain students' interest. So every student, when instructional materials present information in a clear and understandable manner, it arouses students' initial interest. So clarity of the content builds the students to confidence in their ability to understand the concept. And next, give all students in class the opportunity to share experiences necessary for new learning. So in this importance of instructional materials, every student brings a different learning experiences. So as a teacher, we should let our learners or our students to share their different experiences. Okay. Next, help learning to become permanent. So as a teacher, we must also tudluan nato ang atong mga learners na kanang to learn more about sa ilang mga failures. Kaya if we want the failures, di na siya more on kanang that down ganing sa atong self, that more kanang the more gani nga motivate judge ta sa ubang tao sa atong mga mistakes, the more we can learn and we can motivate of what we are going to do sa atong activity. Next. So here are the elements in IAN's preparation. Can you please read it?
Content must be aligned to the curriculum and standards.
Okay, thank you. So, in the elements in preparing for the instructional materials, as a teacher, we must be ensured that the content must be aligned to the curriculum or standard. And it means that it adheres to the educational guidelines set by the educational system or institution, and it should be covered with the required topics, skills, and the learning objectives outlined in the curriculum. And in this alignment, it will ensure that the students should be able to receive the knowledge and skills in a facilitating and effective learning experiences. So next, it must be valid, current, and reliable with real-world examples. So may makahatag ko idea. Ano, isa din siya sa element sa importance in IMs. Wala? Rhea? Ano may?
It must be valid, current, and reliable with real-world examples. It is because the more we have experience in a certain thing, the more we become responsive, and the more we become responsive, the higher the retention we will gain.
Okay, thank you. So if you say all about the content must be valid, we must ensure that our content must be accurate and factually correct. And if you say all about current content, it must be reflects on the latest information, and then we must keep our learners up to date with the recent developments of every subject matter. And if we say all about reliable, it comes from those trustworthy sources in which students depend the information's accuracy. And we must also include the real-world examples when we are preparing for the IM's preparation. Kaya nakatabang man na siya sa pag-motivate gani sa isa ka students, sa pagbuhat para ma-apply nila sa ilahang daily lives. Next. Okay, next, it must be designed to meet the needs of individual learners. As what I've said earlier, as a teacher, we must think also the different learning styles, preferences, and abilities of every student. Ay dili man pwede nga kanang maestra na ka karon, and then wala ka kabalo nga isa sa imong students kay bungol. And then ang imong pamaagi sa import gani of topics sa imong students kay mapaminawon sila. Iyawa ka kay nga wala siya nakatungan kay mo siya kadungog. So dapat you must know all of your kanang individual learners gani kung unsa ilahang mga differences. Kay para ma-cater nimo ang ilahang dapat nga kanagaling para makapon sila effectively. Next. So, the fourth one is it must effectively enhance conceptual understanding and engages higher order thinking skills. So, sa dili pod nga element kay the instructional material is designed content to meet the needs of the individual learners that involves memorization and actively engage learners in developing a deep conceptual understanding. And then it also involves mga activities and materials na nag-encourage gani sa isa ka students na maka-learn sila ang mga critical thinking skills and problem solving skills. Dapat ingana sa provide us ako ang instructional materials. And next is free from bias. So mo ni siya ang pinaka-importante po sa isa sa elements sa pag-prepare sa IMs kay kinahanglan nga ang content ang naatong i-present ka information is that without favoring any particular groups. So dili ta kinahanglan nga nagtudlo lang ta dira kay nagpabor ta ani nga grupo like kanang dapat diverse jud nga learning nga tanan nga students ang makasabot sa imong gitudlo.
Hi! Hoy! Good morning. So, on our previous lesson, we talked about digital, right? When meron na tunig di So, now, you have 1/4, right? Isa wala 1/4. Natanan. So, in your 1/4, write kanang inyong ay 5 lang daw. Kanang inyong nabawaan, name some of the digital tools for teaching and learning that you know. Only 5 lang. That, as Mr. Maleva said, that serves as your attendance and participation. Start. Dili na na bago para ninyo. Ako na mo i-view. So, what are digital learning resources? So, can you please read Isaac?
Digital learning resources or DLRs refers to digital resources such as applications, software, programs, or websites that engage students in learning activities and support students' learning goals.
Yeah, so digital learning resources. So, these are learning resources that aid students and teachers in the educational process. So, it provides a powerful forum for learning and the use of collaborative tools, online databases, software applications, and enhance the learning needs and learning and teaching. So, there are types of digital learning resources. And the first one is digital learning materials or e-learning. Ano kung basta, Emma?
Digital learning materials or e-learning materials. Study materials published in digital format like e-worksheets, e-textbooks, educational videos, and e-tests.
So, e-learning or electronic learning is the delivery of teaching and training through digital resources. So, basically, it is delivered through online. Then, it is provided through the use of electronic devices such as laptops, computers, even cellular phones that are connected to the internet. For example, nakibalo naman ta mga e-books or sa Google Class na to sa una. The next is open educational resources. Please read, Crystal.
Open educational resources, freely accessible, openly licensed instructional materials such as text, media, and other digital assets that are useful for teaching, learning, assessing, and research purposes.
So, open educational resources, these are learning materials that are freely available online, and it consists of modules, textbooks, tests, videos, meaning pwede na siya ma-access na to tanan. Free ra siya. Then next is adaptive learning. Please rejoin me.
Adaptive learning, an educational method which uses algorithms as well as artificial intelligence to orchestrate the interaction with the learner and deliver customized resources and learning activities to address the unique needs of each learner.
So, adaptive learning, it provides an immediate assistance or resources that specific to the learning needs of the student. So, it allows the course materials to be customized to the students. Then, it is also part of an interactive learning through learning pathways and effective feedback and supplemental resources. The next is simulations and models. Hello po ba sa Marites?
Simulations and models. Simulations are usually equipped with interactive controls and activities where learners can vary any parameters in specific models and see real changes in the outcomes.
So, digital modeling and simulations in teaching, it offers an interactive and immersive learning experiences. So it allows students to explore complex concepts with the virtual environment. So digital man, so virtually. Then next is graphics and animation. Please read Rosie.
Graphics and animations. Videos and graphics have high sharing potential, which enables knowledge to reach a wider audience.
So kailangan taaling mga animation, no? Kailangan tao. Then graphics and animation in education, it's make use of visuals for learning. So it presents abstract concepts through visual so that the students will have a clear understanding and clear picture of the lesson. So kanang mga bata, mas makasabot bila sila kung naa sila tanawon. Pareha na ka na animation para nila kay interesting na and appealing. So next is
So, quizzes and games. Interactive quizzes can be innovative way to test the learner's knowledge, and moreover, it can be modified as peer situation and target audience. Kabantay mo or kanang sa una, kanang dili kayo ko maka-remember na mag-games, no? But karon gi-implement na siya sa kasi gitawag ano nila ka ng sa curriculum. And then, ano kaha, nag-implement ang games. Anyone na ay yes, aron dili dukaon ang mga bata, no? Kay dukaon man jud samot na butang man ta sa kanang elementary. And then next, online learning, personalized learning, or blended learning. Dili na nato na new ang blended learning, no? Na ay printed or kanang online or personalized learning. Mahug rapod na siya sa kanang online kay though na-atay communication sa ato ang mga mentors or sa ato ang mga teachers, but then ikaw as a student manikamot gyapon ka makat-on sa kana nga topic. Next. So, badging and gamification. Please read everyone. Tanan ha, tanan. Sige.
It is a developing approach for increasing learners' motivation and engagement by incorporating game design elements in educational environments.
So, anyone has an idea about badging? Badging ba kapasa, no?
Ano sa backman?
Like, para siya ka alay na. And gamification. So, badging is a way of acknowledging achievements or skill acquisition and more granular level than a college degree. So, nga naman jud nga na ay kuan kanang badging ang when a teacher kanang para ma-motivate ang bata. And then gamification, it is kanang ang imuha nga kanang topic, mura rin mong ipaagi gani sa kanang game, kanang dili kay siya boring paminawon. It's fun and it's kanang daghan kayo kang ang bata daghang ma-acquire nga knowledge kay kabantay mo ang bata daghan kay sila mga dula-dula. And then mas makahinumong pa sila sa dula kaysa ilahang kanang like kanang normal na sila nga nag-acquire sa knowledge like sit down lang sila mabasa-basa, di ba? So, mas implement ang badging and gamification and learning. Next is virtual reality. Please read Fatima.
Virtual reality, a simulated experience that can be similar to or completely different from the real world.
Can you share your insight about virtual reality? Dili ka na new na to, no? What's your insight about virtual reality? Okay, thank you. JB, you're smiling. What's your insight about virtual reality?
Juan, ang sa virtual reality guys, makabuhat ako ng butak, hindi na ito mabuhat sa sinod sa real world. So, magklase ta, nakili mapabuhat ng mga tools virtual reality, hindi na ito mabuhat. Wala na siya, ma'am.
Yes, exactly, no? So, there is a virtual reality. Anong i-apply niya diri is because a learner can be kanang ma-experience nila ang wala nila na experience without leaving the classroom. So, if dato pa ang CPU, dili ta mag-iinit. Yes, magpalit sila yung ato. Kisay nakabantay, amot o model pa to siya sa VR. Wala ko man ang sector, anak, ba't ka ko siya mag-lagos na i-read sorry man. Kanang, kisay nakakita atong advertisement sa Apple ba to, nga mag-ana-ana na sila, ana-ana. Like, slide out, is ana.
Yeah, mag-VR sila.
Ay ato, ang virtual reality. Kabat, if you try to look back sa tanan natong discussion, like interconnected raman jud siya ang kamang Barbie o kamang panaay, right? Ngano man jud kanang kasagaran nga malitok dili mawala ang reality ngano man. Ngano kaha nga reality. Ito is no rebound. Ngano kanang it's because part na siya sa topic.
Sige, go pa din. Sa
Ngano man, di ba, interconnected ang atong tanaay o itong Barbie. Ngano man nga kanang kada discuss nato dili mawala ang word nga reality. Okay, do not answer it for us.
You need to at least open up the minds of your students, especially in elementary, you have to set examples na kanang for your reality. In that way, in any situation, classroom or not, they can openly kanang save their lives or apply what they learn inside the classroom.
Okay, very well said. Thank you, Ms. Velasco. And then, next is augmented reality. So, augmented reality is an interactive experience of a real-world environment where the objects can reside in the real world or enhanced by computer-generated perceptual information, sometimes across multiple sensory modalities, including visual, auditory, haptic, somatosensory, and olfactory. So what do you mean augmented? Yes. Yes, JB, enhance or to enlarge some of the audios, images, or an art. So augmented reality is an enhanced version of a real physical world that is achieved through the use of digital visual element, sound, and other sensory stimuli and delivered use technology. So, para nato masabot no ato ang kanang singan na ato ang punan pa nato ang pagsagot.
Adding digital elements to the real world.
Yes. And augmented means to make larger, enlarge in size, number, and strength, or extend, increase. So this is a type of technology that allows digital images and information to be displayed onto physical environment. So, instead of magtabi ang teacher, instead of masigil siya project diha og mga image, kanang video, sige ra siya pa kuan sa mga bata, sige ra siya kanang tabi, share sa iyang mga experiences sa kanang topic nga iyahang i-tackle sa kana nga session, iyahang kanang mas iyahang ipa-feel or ganahan siya nga kanang ang kana nga bata kanang maka-experience gali sa iyahang sigigyaw-yaw. So, as I kanang told you earlier, if nato pa lang yun if sakto patagbundo din ating ato ang anang learning. But then, we're still blessed, no? And, ang ano man nga kanang, what's the, last na lang yung question, what's the kanang, ganang important ang augmented reality in education?
From experience, from new things.
Yes. Another. Nganong ang augmented reality kanang mas effective siya sa kanang education. Hi, Jim. Sige. Ikaw kaulaw. Walay wrong answer. Can you please hand?
Siya, anong importante ang
Augmented reality sa pag-impart of knowledge sa mga bata.
Okay, kaya ito na augmented yun, ma-enhance ang
Ma-enhance like ang kani siya mabutang siya in real world. Ang kanang experience.
Interest ragod sa bata.
Makalagay, ma-develop ang ilang
Para mas mapalawong ang
Oh.
ilahangan, ilang experience, para bulitan mo kanang nga yung retention sila acquire. So, Jim, thank you so much. So, augmented reality is the bridge, it is the bridge between the classroom learning and real world application. So, kani siya mo balik ko ani siya, balik kulay siya do ang bata dili kanang wala jud siya naka-experience literally nga nakahikap siya ana nakakita siya anang butanga. But then like iyahang kanang naagani siya point of view kung unsa gyud na. So much better if ang bata like kanang lahi man jud sa nga kanang ma-experience mo ang kanang butanga sa mo pero kang yaw-yaw. Diba? Ringon sila nga experience is not the best teacher na mo like pwede lang mo makatun ana without kanang experiencing it. Well, sa una yung ana ako ang kanang ingana akong stand, ingana akong perception, but as I grow kanang older or as I kanang go into my journey in life, kanang experience is the best teacher yun. So, thank you, Idris.
Morning. Once again.
Morning, Irene.
Can you please read Rhea and share your idea?
Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting internet-connected systems, including hardware, software, and data from cyber attacks, theft, damage, unauthorized access, cybersecurity and learning environments because it protects sensitive information and helps prevent cyber attacks and cyberbullying. Cybersecurity promotes safe and responsible use of technology among students, faculty, and staff in the digital. Cybersecurity is like protecting users from interconnected.
Okay, thank you, Rhea. So, cybersecurity is Russia as digital security in which helps to have a safe and secure online environment. So, in the teaching and learning environment, cybersecurity